Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us again for another Ultimate Creative Chat. Today, I have Jerusher Wiggins with me. Everybody say hi to Jerusher.
Hello, pretty people.
That's right. That's right. She is here with her LLC, Pretty People, and she is going to talk to us today about social media marketing and also just some things that we need to be keeping in mind as entrepreneurs and some information that she likes to share with her traditional tribe that she is in front of all the time. I'm just inviting her to come here and share some of that with you all. So thank you, Jerusha, for being here.
No, first of all, I want to say thank you for inviting me, Danielle. This is a honor to be here in your presence. I certainly don't take it for granted. So no, thank
Oh,
you. Thank you.
you're more than welcome, and you're welcome back anytime. Yeah, so tell us a little bit about yourself. We have a similar background, you guys, in journalism. So tell us a little bit about that and how you got to where you are now.
Well, I'm Jerusher Wiggins, and so motivational speaker, radio personality, business coach. My background is in radio and television. Love the industry. Worked for CNN News here in Atlanta prior to starting my home-based business. And so I'm the person, I enjoyed what I did. And after I had my first preemie son, I no longer wanted to go to an office or a cubicle. And so I decided, let's find a home based business. And so I didn't even know the world existed where you can work from home, earn an executive level income, and have your priorities in order, which was my
Mhm.
family, which was my son at the time. So the first person that spoke to me, I said yes. I went to the top of that company, the
Hmm.
top 1%, earned all the things that you hear about, the cars, the trips,
Wow.
the diamonds. And I was ignorance on fire. I didn't doubt. I was hungry. I had a reason. People say your why should make you cry, but I had a big enough why to do the work. And this was all offline. And so
Mm.
I started doing the work, and I was able to lay off my corporate job. So I went from employee to entrepreneur in a short period of time. And the rest really is history because I climbed the entrepreneur ladder, and I didn't look back. And so I was able
Hmm.
to care for my son the way that I wanted to. And if anybody have a preemie, you understand they have physical therapy, speech therapy. They have a lot of challenges, and insurance doesn't
Hmm.
cover everything. So I thought, you know what? Let me earn what I need to for myself so I can be
Hmm.
at every appointment. And so that's how I got into building a home based business. And so, yeah.
Okay. What a story. Yeah,
Well, if we
we have the
transition,
preemie in common too. We just didn't have all the therapy and everything. She wound up catching up really quickly. So we didn't have to deal with that. But, going into it, you don't know what you're going to face because this is a new baby. I'm new to motherhood. I don't know what's going to happen. So, yeah, I have a similar startup story where I took the entrepreneurial route to have that flexibility in my schedule.
yeah, that was me. I was like, I want
Hmm.
time freedom because I did well
Hmm.
in corporate America. So I wanted time freedom. And so I
Yeah.
said, I got to make it happen. So it wasn't if, it was just when. And so
Hmm.
how we transitioned to social media, I wasn't online. All of you that have been online, forever, I got online seriously right before the pandemic is when I started marketing online. And didn't know the pandemic was going to happen, obviously. And I said, I'm going to be online in 2020. So 2019, I started learning strategies and I saw my account growing. And I said, there's more people online. There's 4.8 billion people using social media. Oh, I need to transition my entire empire online, which was a huge decision, but it was definitely a leap of faith, but I needed to do it. So the thing I didn't want to
Hmm.
do was the thing I needed to do. So if you
Yeah.
guys are hesitant on any of the things that God is telling you, I'm telling you, you better do it. And
Yeah.
so that was me. And I got online and of course, didn't renew my lease for my office. January 2020, didn't renew it. And the pandemic happened March of 2020. So thank goodness I was set. And I did better in 2020 than 2019. And so started
Wow.
learning all of these online strategies and started building my online presence. And so, yes, so I have a lot to share in terms of how you can do the
Wow.
same if you're open to that.
Yes, absolutely. And there's something to be said for the fact that your viewership basically and your audience increased just by going online, and I'm sure it wasn't just that easy, but being intentional about what you were doing. And I've heard you on social media talk a lot about being consistent, being intentional with everything. So I'm sure you get into some of that, but we will pause right here just for a brief moment for a quick commercial break. But when we come back, Jerusher is going to share some valuable gems as to how we can do well with our social media marketing. Stay right there. We'll be right back. Do you own a growing business? Danielle Rosser's clients get the keys to success when it comes to meeting their bottom line. Reach your intended audience with the proper branding, messaging, and storytelling when you partner with Ultimate Creative. So, what can Ultimate Creative do for you? Click the link in the description for a consultation and let's get started. Back to the show. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us and sticking with us. We have Jerusher Wiggins here once again with Pretty People LLC, and she is here and to talk to us today about social media marketing and some of the strategies that she has learned that have really helped her to be successful just in the last few years since she has gotten online. So, thank you again, Jerusher, for being here.
Thank you. Thank you. So, the pretty people, how that came about, when I started going online, I just would say, hello, pretty people. And then people would respond. And so I went to a meeting and someone said, did you actually, did you coin that phrase yet? Did you get a trademark for it? Did you get a business for it? And I was like, oh, I guess I need to do that. And so that's how it came about because people continue to show up as I consistently showed up online. And so what that means is being pretty on the inside out. So I share actionable business tips, tools, hacks, strategies, marketing, branding, and in me sharing, right, people were open to it. And so they became people that follow me. Obviously, I have now almost 150,000 followers based on being consistent. And so being pretty is we crown our kings and queens over here. So we
That's right.
crown, we celebrate, collaborate, and we make connections. And so that's what
Mm.
Pretty People LLC is all about. So if I see you, Danielle, I'm crowning you, I'm celebrating you. Right now, we're collaborating and we're making
Right.
connections. That's what being pretty is. And so it's not just a cute name, it's not just the outer appearance, it's what's in the inside. So now
Right.
you're a pretty person.
Well, thank you. Yes, I love it. I love it. And having those little phrases that really connect with people and means something, that
Right.
really can go a long way. And it feeds into your overall messaging, that we are here to collaborate, to lift one another up and celebrate each other. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yes. And, one of the things that I've learned to do is I started learning ways to attract a buying audience through social media. And so I said, Jerusha, you're already online. Okay. Every single one of us, the average person spends 2 hours on social media throughout the day. You might as well make money from it. So I wanted to use the tool and not let the tool use me. And so I
There
started
you
using
go.
this tool. And obviously, it's changed the way that I look at business. And so we want people to post and profit, not post and pray. And so,
Mm.
yes, exactly. You can write that down.
Yeah,
And so
write that
I've been
down, y'all.
post and profit, and not post and pray. And so my mission was to take people with me to the top. Whoever wanted to learn how to post and profit, attract your ideal prospects, use the tool, don't be a fool, because so many people are scrolling and they're not benefiting. And so social media is benefiting because you're on here. And so their goal is to keep you on as long as possible. And so I am going to share like 4 elements that you probably want to implement in growing your audience so you can monetize and leverage social media. So it's not one over the other, it's both. So those are 2 different things. Monetization is when they pay you to be on there. And of course, leveraging is when you have a business and you're marketing your product, your service, your opportunity, whatever you have. So when I got online, I decided, you know what? The people will come. So it doesn't matter what you sell, lotions, potions, pots, pans, lashes, nails. It doesn't matter. What matters is how you market and how you show up for the right people. Because I can tell you, if you're marketing to everybody, you're getting nobody. And so most people are just marketing every day. I'm just put up my t-shirts and hope people purchase it. But it doesn't work that way. People want to know you. People buy you before they buy your product, your service, your opportunity. So you have to show up. So Jerusher has to show up. I have to share Jerusher with the world because people buy from whom they know, like, and trust, right? And so that's why we're here. You continue to see me over and over. It's like,
Right.
I think I might like this girl.
Uh-huh.
So it's really the person. And I think for a lot of people, they don't understand marketing. My degrees are in communications and public relations, and I worked in commercials when I worked for CNN News. Is the marketing is really programming the person every time they show up to think, oh, I need to see this person. I need to know what they have. I need to figure out what I need to get. Because social media is a place people come to get something. And we're going to go over what that is. But number one thing I think that is important for a lot of us is if you want a buying audience, you got to learn how to entertain people. Write that down. That's the first E on social media, entertain. I'm always talking about, even if you're not funny, like me, I'm not that funny at all.
You're fine.
But I entertain in my own way. Like, I'm loud. I was a cheerleader, all the things.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I was like, all right, I have a presence. So let's use that. But the first E, the first element of understanding social media is entertaining the people because they're coming to get something, right? And so you got to give it. Most people, they go to social media to get, which is incorrect. So when I go to the bank, I deposit money so I can get a withdrawal. Same thing with social media. I need to deposit something to get a withdrawal. People aren't just going to purchase because you posted it, right? They don't see a connection. There's not a rapport that you built with that person. And so they just scroll on by. We want you to put out content that stops the scroll, okay? So you're entertaining. What that means is you're ejecting a bit of humor into your post, into your reels, into your TikTok, your family fun activities. You're having fun. People want to see that you have fun. So when you entertain people, you got to engage and share and love on their pages as well. Does that make sense? Yes or yes?
Yes, yes.
The second E is educate, which is more my lane. I share business tips, motivation, and inspiration. So I was always a speaker. I was on radio and on-air personality at 19 in undergrad. So I knew I was going to talk and get paid to talk, right? So I said, when I go online, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to motivate people and educate them. So the second E is educate, just giving valuable information to your clients that helps them understand what you offer. And so when you educate people, again, they engage with you and you engage back. And so just like on TikTok, if I want to find out how to get rid of my cough, you can go to TikTok and there's a lot of videos that's educating me on how to get rid of a cough or whatever it is. People will find you if you're giving valuable information.
Yeah.
And so just like this podcast, the second one, third one is empower. That's the third E, empower. Excuse me. Which basically means to encourage others. Whether you're encouraging, like me, the pretty people, I'm always encouraging people to start a business, build a business, show up consistently. Even if I have a team of people that I work with, your business besties, customers, clients, we don't do enough. Like, I'm going to highlight Danielle in my stories. I'm going to say, hey, check her out. She has this great, podcast. She has this great YouTube. She has this great, I'm going to do that, edifying somebody else. That's the
Thank you.
collaboration with people. That's celebrating and crowning other people. There's enough room at the top. This is the bottom
Right.
that's overcrowded. And people are so afraid somebody else is going to get it. Nobody's going to get what God has for me, right?
Yes.
Nobody's going to get what God has for Danielle. So I need to highlight other people. It's okay to showcase people. And so you want to empower people in that way. So when you empower people and you make them feel good, guess what they do? It's called the law of reciprocity. They do it back. It's going to come back to you. So I'm never worried about that. Am I going too
Awesome.
fast?
No, this is excellent, and I'm taking notes too.
Okay,
So
good.
I hope you guys are paying attention and you're taking notes, um, because you're gonna need this information. So you
Yeah.
can continue.
So I'm just like, be authentic, be yourself, but make sure, even though everybody's wearing a sign on their forehead that says make me feel important, it's important that you do that for other people. And so because you'll look at other accounts and you're like, this account is so big, they got 50,000, 75,000, 100,000 people. Notice that those people are giving something.
Mm-hmm.
People don't come to social media with credit card in hand. They go to Amazon for that.
Mm-hmm.
They come to social media to be entertained, to be educated, to be empowered. And the last E is to engage with other people. Social media is meant to be social.
Right.
Look at that. Look at that. It's meant for us to talk to each other and connect. It's meant for us to
Mm-hmm.
do that. That's why he started it, right? For
Right.
friends and family. Then it grew to business partners and so forth. Now, obviously, people do market their product and services on social media, but it's a way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so once you learn, oh, if I'm entertaining and I entertain with my product and I educate with my product, people will be attracted to the content. But if you're
Mm-hmm.
only coming to sell, here's a social media hack, and you're putting your website, social media is not going to show anybody. Now,
Mm-hmm.
let me tell you why. Why would I allow you to take people off of my platform?
Mm-hmm.
I've already allowed Danielle to come on here for free. Okay.
Right.
Then you're going to put your personal website or company generated website in the bio or the profile or wherever, like in the copy,
Mm-hmm.
which means people would have to click it, take them off of social
Mm-hmm.
media to purchase your thing. Now, you're in competition with the competition. Social media doesn't like that. So that's why you will see when you do that, you have less views. They show less people.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that your stuff won't sell. It's not that your stuff isn't good. It's, hey, you didn't pay to play. Now, if you want to pay for an ad, you get a business page and pay for an ad. I'm happy to show thousands and thousands of people. But I'm not going to
We'll
show
be
your
right back.
website on my social media platforms in the copy so people can get off of my platform. Does this make sense?
Oh yeah. So what can Ultimate Creative do for you? Click the link in the description for a consultation and let's get started. Back to the show. Big
So what
time.
I tell people to do is get a little bit more creative. Yes. So when you're marketing your thing, right? Educate people. Say something along the lines of whatever your product is. Like I have pretty people merchandise. I get to say being pretty is when you crown, you celebrate, collaborate, you make connections. If you're a pretty person, hashtag pretty people. Everybody that hashtag pretty people, I can go make connections with those people. I can see who my people are based on their response. Now I'm still building and I'm still able to offer whatever I have privately. So for me, the money is made in Messenger. The relationship
Mhm.
building is made in Messenger. It's going down in the DM.
Right.
So that
It does go down in the DM.
it goes down in the DM. And so this way, it's a better and more creative way to meet people, right? Down in the DM. And so you'll get better responses when you're more creative in how you present your product or your services. And so the last E is engage, which I
Mhm.
think is probably one that people don't use at all. And it's
Mhm.
probably the most important one. You want to be able to ask your audience questions. And most
Mhm.
important, when someone comments on your stuff or shares your content, it creates a greater level of trust, right? So if you
Yes.
share my stuff and you have 1,000 friends, that means people in your feed get to see my stuff. Why
Mhm.
wouldn't I come and thank you for sharing? Why wouldn't I recognize you for doing that, right?
Right.
So because what you just did was put me in front of 1,000 people that's on your feed. And what
Mhm.
happens when people do that? Huh, who is this person? They go find you on your main profile and start following you. So my followers increase based on you sharing.
Right. I think
So,
that's something people lose sight of,
yeah,
that engagement piece, and that by sharing, which is free, 100% free, you can really amplify someone else's brand and get them in front of folks who may not have found them otherwise.
I think it's so important that people understand also there's levels to the algorithm. And
Hmm.
so sharing is a high level in
Right.
which they're going to show more people. So I don't know how many of your audience knows this. So I have two boys. They're big boys. My and of course grades just came out, and both of my good honor students. And so I'm like, okay, we don't make C's. Okay. So in the social media world, the algorithm has a grading system just like that. And so on Facebook, they grade you. So if you put a C, like a like is considered a C on a grading scale. So it's like, oh,
Hmm.
it's a C, you passed. The content is just okay because I just liked it. Okay. A B is when you put a heart or a GIF, GIF, or an emoji, right? It's a step above. That's considered a B for the algorithm. And then, of course, A is what we're striving for on the grading scale. The A is a comment, a share. Because when you
Exactly.
comment, and not just a generic comment like nice, one word, but 4 words is a complete sentence. So when you have complete sentences in your comment, the algorithm says, oh, this must be good content. Let me show more people, right?
Hmm.
So it really comes down to the comments. So you'll notice when it's your birthday, people say, happy birthday, happy birthday. And it's 200 views, 500 views. Why? Because they commented, not
Right.
because they liked, because they actually took the time to use the words that we've learned, the vocabulary words
Right.
that people don't use anymore. So,
Mm-mm.
these abbreviations. No, we need
So
full out
HBD
words.
doesn't count? You mean to tell me I can't just put HBD happy birthday and that's
You
good enough?
can. It still helps. So no, you
Right.
can. But a little trick is what we've been told is 4 words or more really triggers it. Now, any
Hmm.
comment will trigger it, but you're trying to get the best exposure possible. Yes? Okay. So what you probably should do is have generic, this is a hack that I teach in a 3-day ride. Have generic comments that go with anything. And that way, and store it in your phone. That way, you always have comments. You don't have to think of a comment. So, let me give you an example. If someone has food on their post, I have a generic comment that says, yummy, send me some through the internet, and then a face like you're eating. No matter who post it is, no matter what food it is, that comment goes on all of them.
Mhm.
So therefore, I'm not trying to figure it out every time I'm on social media.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Sometimes you really just don't have the time to stop and really, you know, conceive of a well thought out comment. If you know you generally are going to say this type of thing anyway, then you might as well have it prepared and cheat a little bit, save yourself some time. And it's sincere, you still mean it, but
Exactly.
it's just ready for you.
And so, what I would suggest some homework is to put some comments together that are generic. It's real. It's from you. It's your words. And that when you see somebody, a good quote, or you see somebody had a family vacation, or whatever it is, generic things that you can say. When I see people put their pictures up, they change their profile, or it's just a pretty picture. I have one that says, "Well, you look so pretty. Where are you headed to?" That goes with anything.
Hmm.
So it helps you save time and you're not on social media all day,
Yes.
but you still get the job done.
Yes.
And so I teach a lot of
Beautiful.
these strategies in my signature course called the 3-Day Ride. And so just understand, just because you have 1,000 followers, 1,000 people, 1,000 friends, 1,000 people don't see your post. Okay.
Hmm.
And one of the things that you have to understand is this is a key part that I also teach in the 3-Day Ride. Only 10% is going to see your post out of 1,000. So 10% of 1,000 is 100. Yes.
Right.
Now, not that 100 even saw it, but it went to the top of the feed of 100 people.
Hmm.
Doesn't mean they opened it. Doesn't mean they, saw it. It means it's in their feed for them to view
Right.
it. So if only 10%, okay, is going to see it out of 1,000, and you're not posting every day, right? So
Hmm.
if you're not consistently posting, you don't have great content, and only 10% of whatever your number is. If it's 2,000 friends, it's only 200 that is going to go in the feed. Now, we can change that. There's a way you can change it where more people see it. One of the ways, like we just discussed, is commenting and having them comment on your stuff. That's one of the
Hmm.
ways. Excuse me. So here's what I do in the 3-Day Ride, because I found that people want to be more successful online. You want your business to grow online. You just haven't figured it out, the hacks and the tips and things like that. So in the 3-Day Ride, what I do is I teach you how to attract people like in 3 days. So how to recruit your like a top earner in 3 days. Everybody needs leads. Realtors, it doesn't matter what you sell. You need leads,
Hmm.
right? So we
Yes.
want to find your ideal prospects for your product, your service, your opportunity. We want to attract people to us. That's a very important part. How are you attracting the people? And so you'll notice the accounts that you like, you follow those people like, oh, this is good for me because you're getting something. Oh, this person is giving me something. So we're going to teach you how to put out content that's attracting your market. Like, who are you talking to? We're going to help you create your I help you statement. I'm going to give you proven scripts, right? Didn't I just tell you the money is made in Messenger? It goes down in
Right.
the DM. So you got to
Hmm.
have conversation starters. So I give you proven scripts in the 3-Day Ride, how to start the conversation and how to convert that conversation into a sale. Because a lot of people
Okay.
teach how to start it, but they don't teach how to close it. So when you have great content, you want to start conversing with people, but you want to convert. The point is for them to be a client. The point is for them to be, a partner or whatever your
Hmm.
services are. Yes.
Right.
Just starting a conversation and that doesn't do anything.
Right.
Like you just got a lot of friends, that's not
Uh-huh.
purchasing. And
Yes.
ultimately to grow your organization. And so in the 3-Day Ride, I teach how to maximize groups. Most people are just in groups, but they're not maximizing the usage of the group, and they don't know how to get leads in the group. They don't know how to
Mm.
do that. And I teach all of those strategies in the 3-Day Ride, because when I started online, I was offline. Like I said, I didn't know these strategies. I didn't understand the algorithm. I was posting and praying like most people. And then I decided, let's put all of this together, all of my
Mhm.
failures, everything that I've learned from masterminds, from other coaches that I've learned, trainings, and put it together so anybody can learn it in 3 days. Now, obviously, the 3-day rides, there's the replays are available, pre-recorded information is available, downloadable PDFs are available. Everything's available for any person that's serious about showing up online differently than they did this year. They're trying to be bigger in 2024.
Okay, awesome. And so when are you able to, well, not you, but other people able to actually sign up for the 3-day ride?
Well, registration is open now, and I take a
Okay.
select group of people. Yes. So you'll be able to click the link and you'll be able to register for the 3-day ride and dive right into the trainings. I will be there every day with you in the 3-day ride. And so you get to answer questions. Ask questions. I get to answer them. We have a live session as well. So yes, it's available right now.
Okay, awesome. And is there a link on your link tree? Your link tree is down in the description as well, you guys. So look that up. But so is
Yes.
it in
So
there?
you're correct. If you go to my link tree, you'll see 3-day ride business course. Click it. It's going to show you all the details, what to expect on day 1, day 2, day 3, all of the free bonuses. You'll be able to see everything that's available as soon as you click it.
Okay, awesome. How convenient. Well, thank you. This has been very, very informational and very just practical. There's sometimes you get information that's like, oh, that sounds so nice. But no, you actually told us things that we should be doing. So thank you for that.
And I have a free gift for you.
Okay,
So
awesome.
I want to provide your audience with 20 ways to increase your engagement. And so, yes, so there's a link for that. It's in the link tree as well. But I can
Okay,
certainly provide it directly to you so you can send out in an email to all of your followers. But yes, 20
thank
ways to
you.
increase your engagement. And because the more engagement that you have, your account is going to grow. And then when you have more people to talk to, more relationships that you're building, more sales, and all the things will start to happen. So yes, so that's my gift to you.
Awesome. Thank you so very much. And my followers are definitely going to enjoy that. If you all are on the email list, just look out for it. Look out for it, and you will have that in the coming days. Thank you, Jerusher.
You're welcome.
Yes, I have enjoyed having you here so much. You definitely are more than welcome to come back. Thank you for
So, what
everything
can
that you
Ultimate
shared,
Creative do for
and
you?
you all
Click
keep
the
it
link in
here
the
for another
description
Ultimate
for a
Creative chat
consultation and let's
later.
get
Thank
started.
you.
Bye.